This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and I'm here alongside Marc Diakiese, who fights Nasrat Haqparast at UFC Fight Night Hamburg. How are you feeling? What have you been up to today?
I'm feeling good, thank you. Today I haven't been up to much. I think we've done media day, face-off, and that's about it. After that, went to my room and just chill.
So you're fighting Nasrat. What do you think of him as an opponent for you?
As an opponent, and I've trained with him before, so I know what he brings to the table, but I don't think he's ready for the UFC yet, so it's going to be an interesting fight.
So having fought, how far ago was that you trained with him?
We trained I can't remember, maybe 3 years ago. It was early in my career in All Stars in Sweden.
So having had that time with him, how would you assess him? What do you think he does well and maybe not so well?
If I'm honest, he's telling people that we trained together, we sparred, whatever. It was more of a 5-minute session, me and him. We didn't really train together all the time. I was doing a Shark Tank where a guy stays in the middle, and obviously you get every 5 minutes you get a new guy. And it was one of the guys that were helping me, so he's been telling people we train together. So I don't really know much about him in that sense, but I know that, he swings punches, and I know he's a fighter.
So what do you think he's going to bring to the table, and what do you think he does well, not so well? Have you seen any holes in his game?
I've seen a lot of holes. I don't think my style can really train for it. I think he's one-dimensional. He's got a left hand in kicks, and that's about it. He's not as athletic as I am. He's not as dynamic as I am, so I think it's going to be a very interesting fight.
And talk a little bit about your training then. Who have you been working with, and how have you been preparing for him?
I don't really like name dropping, because that's what he's been doing, you know what I mean? I don't like to name drop, but I've had a lot of high-level sparring partners who are top ranked in the UFC, and I'm working with coaches such as Mike Brown, Dean Thomas, such as high-level coaches, and that's about it. But I don't want to name drop the sparring partners I've been going with.
And you're coming off of 2 losses, which is for the first time in your career. Has that affected you at all? And if so, have you made any kind of changes going forward into this fight? I
wouldn't say it's affected me, Outside the UFC, I never lost a fight, and I've come to obviously got to learn. And like I said, I'm at ATT. I train with some of the best guys, so I'm taking advices from them. UFC is a big league. I'm on the top of the food chain, so it's about learning. Because if you're not learning and you're gonna get kicked out or whatever it is, and I've learned from it, because I know it's hard. You gotta understand. You gotta find your rhythm. It's not just about being tough, trying to swing punches. You gotta be smart in there, and which I have done. It's not that I'm nervous going into this fight. I had to learn things, so I'm going in very confident this time. Know that I made my mistakes. Now I've corrected it. I'm gonna go in and prove that I belong to be in there.
And of course you faced off today at the media day. He said that he thought you were probably feeling the pressure and that your confidence might have taken a knock because of those 2 losses. What's your reaction to that?
That's why I seen him yesterday, I feel like he needs people around him. That's why he name drops. I'm training with GSP, I'm training with this. To me, it's not about that. To me, it's about learning and making progress. It thinks my confidence down, but to me, it's completely gonna find a different Marc Diakiese, because right now I feel like I know about MMA now. I understand how to fight. I just thought, I've took a lot from my losses. It's not about just being tough and going there and trying to fight. Now it's gonna be a completely different Marc. So if he thinks that, to me, it's like a big mistake he's making already. To me, that's a loss for him. So it's gonna be interesting.
So you said obviously you've learnt a lot. We're going to see a new Marc Diakiese. What can the fans expect to see from you on Sunday? Well,
from the face-off, looking at him, it looked nervous to me. So, and I sized him up. I'm not gonna lie. It looks so I'm gonna get me first round.
Okay, and obviously he's going to be fighting in his hometown of Hamburg. Do you think there's going to be a lot of pressure on him because of that? Or is the pressure slightly on you because of those 2 losses? How would you sum that up?
I don't have no pressure, because like I said, I've took my losses, I've learned from it, and I fought my hometown, and now it feels you have that pressure because you got your crowd behind you, they want you to perform. I'm just doing my job, you know what I mean? He's gonna come probably trying to swing whatever because he got all of his crowd behind him, but I'm very prepared for that because I've been there before, and now it feels, I know how he's gonna feel. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes just by having that pressure. So I feel like the fight is for me. It's made for me. It's, you know, I'm gonna really capitalize on everything that it does, because I'm not going in just like a stupid kid trying to fight someone in the town. I'm going as a smart fighter, you know, picking my shots and doing everything right.
And your prediction again, sorry, for the win?
For the win, I feel like now seeing him is gonna be a first rounder.
All right, thank you. We look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much.